Our Big Man on Campus series continues. It's a facility now run by the U of A way before its time. 30 years ago when Biosphere 2 was built, nobody imagined the research happening then would be relevant today. Rainforest, wetlands, and an ocean. It's an amazing research facility meant to study Earth's living systems. So this is way before its time.
Yeah, way before its time.
University of Arizona College of Science Dean Joaquin Ruiz explains 25 years ago when Biosphere 2 was built, the objective was to determine whether life could be sustained in outer space. But two missions with humans living in this 3-acre facility weren't necessarily successful.
They were attempting, like I said, to sort of copy the Earth, and that these people would be able to grow food in that area that would feed them, that the atmosphere would control itself properly. And we know now that that didn't happen, and also that the biospheres had a hell of a time growing stuff in there. I think partly because they weren't farmers.
However, the research observed within this facility is interestingly playing out now in our real-life atmosphere.
What they tell us about global climate change, like the ocean that I mentioned, and also the rainforest that I mentioned even earlier. Those are 2 points that are really, really important, and understanding how difficult it is to understand Earth systems.
With U of A taking it over, Biosphere 2 has turned into a huge research lab. Does it still amaze you to see?
I love it, yeah.
Their biggest research project? Landscape Evolution Observatory.
Please, what happens to water in semi-arid environments as vegetation changes because global climate change is changing. So as rain patterns change, for example, in southern Arizona, and as it gets hotter, our desert is going to change. The ecology is going to be very different.
The amazing thing about having a Biosphere 2, you can learn so much from it. That's why so many universities have collaborated so that they can all come together.
We started this back in March when a group of my students from the University of Maryland came here, and we've got a research project now going with the staff here at Biosphere 2 to study the rate at which nutrients are removed so that we can calculate how long it will take to restore the water quality in the mangroves.
Whatever research eventually comes out of this facility, one thing's for certain. The idea and design of Biosphere 2 were something future students and scientists alike can admire.
Is the power of the vision of a big experiment. I mean, not everybody would do something like this. So the power of being a visionary.
Biosphere 2 welcomes about 100,000 visitors a year, and it's hard not to geek out. I mean, I'm not a big science guy, but you're just in there in disbelief. Like, They built this 30 years ago, not knowing what it would mean today. Good thing is, there's a Groupon for Biosphere right now. Yeah, there's a Groupon, so if you want to go check it out on the cheap, now's your time.
Because that's really fascinating.
It really is. I was blown away by the whole facility. Coming up in your next hour on Big Man on Campus, we're going to give you a glimpse of the world's largest telescope being built right under the football stadium.
Ah, none of these scientists seem to be recruiting you for long-term assistance.
Not after talking to me.
But we still enjoy the stories. Thanks, Al.